let's kick off.
Awesome.
Welcome everybody to another edition of Cars and Caffeine with CastHeads magazine. We are here at the Gravesend Model Center once again, and what's exciting is there is a very vibrant community in England, of course, behind Diecast, and I've been talking to a few people on social media, specifically in the UK, and making a few friends, because that's what's really cool also about the Diecast community. We get to meet new people and we get to forge new friendships all around the hobby. And one person who agreed to come and join us on this show is Jag. He is a new collector, so when we put up the message on social media asking anyone and everyone if they want to join us here, Jag was one of the first people to respond. So guys out there, if you're watching, if you guys are in the area and are able to make it over to Gravesend, the Model Car Center, usually we shoot on Thursday mornings, please do so. Get in touch with us, because we'd love to have you on the show, talk about diecast models, and have pretty much awesome chat about the hobby that we really love. Also, please remember, CastHeads magazine is absolutely free. So when you go to the CastHeads magazine webpage and you click on any of the magazines from the very first issue that we started 7 years ago, to the latest issue, which is a tribute to Liberty Walk and all the diecast models that are producing Liberty Walks, it's all for free. All our social media is free, all our videos are free like this one. So please subscribe, like, share, comment. Love to hear your thoughts on the show. And right now, in the famous words of Jeremy Clarkson, I am going to turn my attention to JAG. I really wanted to do that.
Yeah, I can tell you were eager. It really came out in your voice, the passion.
So I am now here to ask you the hard questions, right? One of the pictures that you put up on Facebook was a picture of about 5 escorts that you found.
Yes.
At I think it was Smith's.
Yeah.
Did you buy all 5?
No.
Good man.
No, not all 5. I bought 2. I bought one to pretty much just keep carded, and one to put on my desk.
I am so happy to hear that.
Yes. So we like to leave plenty for other people. You only really need to buy what you need. When you have so many castings, you just buy what you have space for.
Yeah.
So which is always just 1 or 2 of each car.
No, and it's also nice to meet people who are not in the hobby to make money.
Yes, I think it's just about love for car culture and collecting in general. And it's, as long as you have that, you can keep it authentic and you're not trying to take advantage of other people's love or passion.
Nice.
For the exact same thing.
I agree completely. So that actually leads us to my first question. So it's a great segue into our first question. What got you into model collecting in the first place? I mean, you said you started recently, so This is not something that you've been having over the years or as a kid or something like that. You suddenly woke up in the morning and said, I'm going to collect Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I guess for me it started a little bit when I was a kid through Hot Wheels and also the Disney Cars stuff.
Okay.
And then my dad was collecting the Eagle Mask James Bond and the Batman stuff in the acrylic boxes. So I used to kind of see them around the house, and he had like a massive box full of them.
Right.
So that was my first exposure to like proper diecast models and more detailed stuff other than just the Hot Wheels. And then from there, I guess I kind of just had a long time away from diecast or from any car collecting. And it all started when I was working in Derby whilst I was at university at a little toy store there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my colleagues introduced me to the Hot Wheels premium line, and it was a Liberty Walk Nissan that recently came out in the Boulevard series, I think it was. And I saw that, and he just kind of went to me, "Oh, look how cool this car is." And I was like, "Yeah, that's really cool." I didn't know Hot Wheels could do something like that, because to me, Hot Wheels were fantasy castings or very not detailed stuff with no lights or anything like that on them. So yeah, when I saw that, it kind of made me think, oh, okay, maybe these brands have started stepping up what they can do. And then I looked into the mainline stuff, and found that some of the main lines were, had great detail on them as well.
Yep.
For what they are, we have to remember, like, they're toys.
Yep.
So for a toy model, it's not too bad. Obviously, there's other brands out there who, step the level up in terms of detail and what you get with the car as well. But yeah, that was that one moment and that one particular car just kind of like flipped a switch. And I just remember on my lunch break, I just went onto my phone and just started Googling Hot Wheels premiums and just seeing what else was available.
Right.
Because they'd always been coming through the shop, but I just never kind of turned that way to look at them. I was, I collect action figures as well, so I was, more focused on that thing.
Right.
But yeah, that one moment just completely flicked the switch and just had me hooked on.
So are you a massive Liberty Walk fan, or?
I do like Liberty Walk stuff, but I guess I just try to collect a bit of everything.
Right.
That's how it started, at least. Now I try to like keep it a bit more niche. But yeah, I mean, people who collect this stuff know that space is a premium, right? We don't all have as much space as we want.
I think the biggest problem that collectors have in terms of space is the fact that, chances are you probably have the space that you need.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's not the space that you want, because I don't know, there's something that, you walk into a shop, for example, and you see a pile of cars and you've never seen them before, you really don't want, but it attracts you, and you go, do I really want that 1969 Chevy Camaro from the United States Grand Prix? Do I really need it? Hey, hang on, that's actually driven by John Surtees.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to buy that later.
Yeah.
Right? So, you see, this is how it happens, and
exactly.
I think. And what happens is, in the end, you've got boxes and boxes and boxes of cars in the packaging, and it's not in the packaging because you want it in the packaging, it's in the packaging because you have nowhere to take them out.
No shelves or anything like that. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think at the point when it gets to putting them in boxes is when I started buying way more niche and just picking what I wanted. There's often times where maybe I'll walk into Smith's and there'll be loads of stuff that I haven't got, which is where maybe I'll buy like 20 at once, if they're all there and if I was looking at those beforehand. But yeah, usually if I'm looking online, purchases consist of 1 or 2 cars mostly.
Yeah.
And also it gets expensive.
Yeah, it does.
It gets very expensive.
So here's an interesting thing to talk about. About 5 or 6 years ago, we had these brands like Tarmac Works, and so Tarmac Works started about 8 years ago, around the same time as Mini GT. And the reason why they started off is because in Asia, Hot Wheels was big, but it was subject to a lot of scalper stuff. So what would happen is you would find people outside the factory in Malaysia waiting for the new cars to come out. And some guy would come and hand them a bag of the latest models, and then those models would permeate to Asia and be sold at like 2-3 times the price. And then you get these groups of guys who used to go around. They had their people in all these places where they get off the shelf and everything. So you couldn't find a super treasure hunt or anything. And what was happening was people in Asia were paying almost something like $15-20 for a Hot Wheels mainline. If it was a Skyline, God only knows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you got suddenly all these Chinese guys going in Hong Kong going, hey, hang on, we can make these cars for cheaper, sell them at this price with much higher detail. Right? And then they started doing that. Right? And then Hot Wheels realized we're kind of losing market in Asia. What's going on? So then Hot Wheels started sending their designers to Asia to turn up at these Hot Wheels events that the local countries were having. So Singapore, there's a big Hot Wheels community. They had a massive Diecast show, but more Hot Wheels than other cars. And these guys would turn up. When Watuski's were one of the guys, and they bought up all of these Tarmac Works, Pop Race, and all these cars and went back. And then suddenly, within the last few years, and this is a perfect example that you picked up here, this Mercedes-Benz 560SCC before would not have front light tempos if it had lights in the back, or it would not have lights in the back if it had lights in the front. And now, the tempos have become even better. So now they're going to, like
different level. They've stepped it up, haven't they?
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I bought this car. Not only is it a good casting, but it shows everyone that. I know some mainlines don't always have this level of detail, but when they do, it's really good, especially at the price point.
Yeah.
And I think if a company gets very comfortable, it's easy to kind of become complacent and maybe not strive to innovate or strive to produce the best quality product because people are already buying it.
Exactly.
Right? So I think as much as people collect Hot Wheels, I think it's good that these other brands have come into the market. And they're doing something completely different. They've stepped it up, but it also raises Hot Wheels' level of quality as well. Right?
For example, we've been working with Majorette, and these are some of the cars that Majorette has produced in the CastHeads line.
Yeah, these are very, very nice.
And what's interesting is they have got plastic headlights.
They do, yes, yeah.
They've got opening parts, and they have suspension.
I didn't know they had suspension.
They had suspension as well.
Okay.
Right, let's. Some of these open up here, and this is actually one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, this is one I was looking for. Oh wow, okay.
Check out the wheels.
And the wheels, yeah, CastHeads as well.
So, when we first sent them the designs for this, and this was designed by our co-founder Lance, when we sent the design in, they said at first that we might not be able to do the CastHeads wheels because the wheels, they have their wheels already in their system, and those wheels are standard tempos. So when they sent us the sample of this with the CastHeads wheels, that means now Majorette has a set of CastHeads wheels in their record. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So, and if you can look at them in the tempos,
it's beautiful. It's really, really nice. I mean, they've got full detail, haven't they? Like the plastic lights on the front of most of them.
Yep.
And you've got full tampos.
I think this one though is the prize.
It's the winner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Out of this wave. It's beautiful. I mean,
it's a tribute to the Gulf colors.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at buying a 2.7 RS and getting it done like this and having it as a project car.
Oh man!
But then I saw the prices.
Money pit.
And
it would be cool though, wouldn't it? To take
exactly. Have a real thing. And again, this is also another one that a lot of people are going to like is the Volkswagen van because the door opens, the sliding door.
I specifically like that one as well because it's got like the your pretty much your classic logo, like what's on the magazine as well. The colour's beautiful. Yeah, I mean it's got full detail work all on the back, camping Volkswagen. Very, very nice. Plastic headlights just makes all the difference, doesn't it?
That is the thing.
Yeah, man.
Really makes a change in how we look at the realism of the models. So how's the journey been so far in terms of collecting? I mean,
it's been busy, mainly because when I started there was so much available, and there's brands like Mini GT, Tarmac Works, which I wasn't introduced to until a few months into my journey.
Right.
But because I was working at a toy store, it's very easy to kind of have a look at new premiums coming in and pretty much get a feel for what's out there. And a lot of the time you find loads of stuff cheap online.
Right.
There's plenty of websites that are doing premium sets for 25, 30 pounds, which is where I kind of started off. And then from there I started getting more into mainlines as well, because I realised there's a lot of castings that are maybe in mainline that haven't been made in premium yet or haven't transferred over or too expensive in premium.
Yeah.
But it's been good. It's been stressful at times when you're looking for that one specific car in a box and you just can't find it anywhere, or you're looking for that one premium and it's sold out everywhere online. But I've enjoyed it.
So have you felt that the FOMO, fear of missing out? Do you feel that in a big way, or do you feel that you can't control it? And
I think at first I felt it in a big way.
Right.
Specifically, like if there was a full set that would be sold out everywhere, and I'd like every car in the set, and
Right.
that would be kind of me thinking, damn, like, I've really missed out here. And when you see it going for more afterwards, it's just disheartening as well,
Yeah.
because it's like, could have had that, you know, for £9 or £8, or, you know, the second 40. So I think, yeah, FOMO at the start was a thing. Now not so much, because where I live now, there's not too many shops around. And
Right.
in Gravesend, you have like a few supermarkets. You have this place as well, which is great. So it's nice to come in and have a look.
Yeah.
Now that I've been kind of exposed to this store. But yeah, I think the FOMO's gone now. I
Right.
can just focus on what I want,
Yeah.
and if I miss it, it's gone. And there's always something else coming out. Like these brands put their literally their foot to the ground
Yeah.
when releasing all this stuff. So if you miss out on one thing, there's always another thing that
Yeah.
you like. So
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think as CastHeads magazine, sometimes it's really hard to keep up with the amount of samples that we keep getting, because now everybody has come.
yeah,
You know, we need to get out there
Yeah.
fast, and now it is a matter of getting that best piece out as fast as possible and getting collectors to spend on that before they spend on something else.
something else. Yeah,
And it's getting more and more expensive as well. I
Yeah.
mean, if you look at some of these brands, like we recently viewed a Tomica TLVN fire engine, and that was
Right.
retailing at $250 for a 164 fire engine. But of course, the detail was immaculate.
immense. Yeah.
The ladder itself was to scale, so it's a 40-foot ladder
Right.
scaled down to 11 inches.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
so-
that is really cool.
And it had the hoses and all of that around it. And so, for collectors who like to take that step up, there's plenty of stuff out there for them to choose from.
Yeah.
How do your friends though taken this hobby of yours? I mean, what do your friends say about this? I mean, is
Yeah.
it like, oh my God, Jag has gone back to his childhood days, or do they recognize this as being like a proper kid adult sort of?
I think I've always been a bit of a kid adult, really. Like I said earlier, I collect action figures and loads of like superhero stuff, comic stuff is all what I'm about. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, anything from the 80s, which is what I was exposed to in my childhood from my dad.
You would love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff I have from Jada
Oh,
that I had bought. I have the Jada Nano series, Ninja Turtle Pizza Shop and layer underneath. Yeah, with the small.
That is brought a smile to my face, because that is literally what I'm all about.
So Jada has that, and I'm pretty sure if you speak to James, because he does have a connection with Jada for the shop, he'll be able to get it down for you, because it came out quite recently.
Yeah.
It's not an old piece; it's quite a new piece, but it's based on the original Ninja Turtle, which is really nice.
Yeah.
You know. So I agree completely. So yeah, you were saying, sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was tough at first, because when I first started collecting stuff, it was kind of like, oh, like you're getting Hot Wheels or things like that. But then I do have some mates who were buying maybe mainline stuff, but not hardcore collectors.
Right.
So they already knew, you know, if you're into cars and things like that, this is a very kind of normal thing.
Yeah.
If you're into cars or car culture anyway. And a lot of my friends who worked at the old toy store I was working at collected them anyway. So they were always helping me out when I was new to it, and they basically encouraged it, which was good. And then through Facebook as well, there's been this whole community, which has been so awesome to see. And like the world is a small place, right? So you think, oh, everyone's like so far away, but like through the group we met, and we're here right now. So it's very easy to find other people with, you know, like-minded attitudes to collecting as well.
That's true. And what's nice is all of them have different collections and different things to look at and different tastes. I noticed you've got quite a bit. You brought your Falcons over.
Yeah. The Falcons is kind of what I'm about in terms of like livery. It's one of my favourite liveries. These are a couple of the harder to get ones. So you've got Supra, and then you've got the Kmart Mustang.
Nice.
Mustang. So yeah, the Falcon stuff I really like. I try to pick up as much Falcon stuff as I can.
Right.
Trying to complete the collection at the moment. I'm 2 or 3 away from completing everything that Hot Wheels has released, Falcon related. But I haven't even begun to look at what other brands are doing.
Well, Greenlight has a big selection of Falcon liveried cars. But I think Hot Wheels has had Falcon for a long time in terms of livery license.
Yeah.
Not many. I haven't seen Falcon on many of the newer brands like Mini GT and all that. In fact, Mini GT doesn't do much in terms of livery. They are pretty much signed up with Advan, although they have signed up with a company that modifies RX-7s.
Right.
I'm terrible at the name.
Right. Okay.
Amiya, or I'm terrible with names, but yeah, they've teamed up with them. It's a tuning company that does RX-7s.
Right.
So I think Mini GT is going to have a whole slew of new RX-7s
Yeah.
coming out in the next few months.
Nice.
And yeah, we're going to be seeing some really interesting cars. Can we though? Now have a look at this, because
Yeah,
this
of course.
is something new, and I haven't been a big Matchbox collector over the years, so I am. That is absolutely beautiful.
It's very, very nice. I don't tend to collect too much Matchbox. We had a lot of it in the shop. And to be honest, I don't know why I didn't. I guess Hot Wheels is such a well-known name and it's so mainstream that maybe when you start off, you kind of don't pay attention to other stuff. But yes, it's one of my favourites. The casting's really nice.
Yeah, I really like this.
The proportion's pretty.
So is this one of the newer models?
Yeah, this is like a mix for 2024. It's got some other cars in the set as well, which are quite nice.
And I love the fact that they've gone with shell livery on
Yeah,
this.
it's really nice. It's like a proper classic rally kind of look to it.
Yeah, no, I know.
They've got another one coming out as well with like a Belgian flag livery.
Nice.
That's up on Mattel Creations.
Yeah.
Exact same casting, but just a different livery.
It's a brilliant casting. I'm not too sure about the wheels. I think
Yeah, I think the wheels, the tyres look slightly big, and
Yeah.
the wheels are slightly too big. They're very
And I
wide.
think Matchbox have better wheel selection to go with as well. But let's look at some of the
Yes.
stuff that I've brought.
I'm excited.
There's just so much.
So much,
So
guys.
much.
Honestly, there is so much.
Okay, so I'm going to kick off with Tomica. Have you had much experience with Tomica Limited?
Only on YouTube, never
Alright.
in hand. So
So
this will
this
be a
is
first.
their Advan truck. We featured this on our social media as well. I'm going to pull this out.
I really like the packaging on these as well. It's very kind of old school with the artwork. It's obviously an import brand, so yeah, it's got a nice look about
So
it.
yeah, there you go.
Wow. Highly, highly detailed. I mean, like it's got interior detail and even on the bottom as well. These are brilliant.
And that's what I really like when they do hydraulics.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was looking at it and I thought, does it move? I
Yeah.
mean, it's like fully painted here, and obviously you've got like the metal there. But yeah, I mean, the moving parts like takes it up a notch, doesn't it?
And the thing about Tomica is they're Japanese built. So it is absolutely perfect in terms of all the parts would move
Yeah.
smoothly with absolutely no hitches whatsoever.
I'm just moving.
I mean, this is like when you first start collecting. You know, maybe you buy the more basic stuff, but after you've been
Been around the block a
yeah,
bit.
been around the block for a little bit. After you've been to Smith's one too many times,
Yeah,
this is where you start looking.
exactly.
And this is the kind of thing where maybe you have a diorama around it, and you have some other nice cars, maybe some bits from Tarmac Works or Mini GT with it, and you get your camera out and you just go crazy on this.
Give it some partners to go along with it.
Yeah.
Like for example, let's pull out this one. Let's go crazy.
You've got so much stuff.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need a bigger table soon. Keep all this here, and yeah, this.
Oh, here we go. The big one.
The Mercedes-Benz Actros, and I really like Mini GT's Actros models because they really have done a fantastic job on it.
I mean, this is like the top tier stuff in terms of how well it's built and how well it's detailed. I mean,
There you go.
Beautiful. And you've got like plastic tail lights on it. You've got really nice headlights.
And front wheels turn.
Oh, they do. Yeah, that's honestly so nice.
And if you put it next to the this, you can see the scale as well is not bad. And that's what I really like about some of these higher end models, is because they get the scale somewhat correctly. So then you can place them, with each other, and you can have lots of
whole advan display. Yeah.
That's what I am gunning for.
Yeah, man. It look really nice.
I think I need an entire advan display now.
This one in particular is really nice because, I mean, this is all separate pieces.
Yep.
So it just adds so much. Instead of it just being a mold and or painted onto the casting, it's like a separate thing.
And this is the trailer that goes with it.
It's got a bit of weight to it as well, which is very nice. I mean, the paint on this as well, I have to say, is superb. And then the back of it opens as well.
Yeah, the back opens as well. There you go.
Nice. And then these will, I assume, so this is already smooth. Yeah, they've put a lot of effort and they've thought about it, right? Which is what you'd expect.
Actually, there's more stuff in here that I haven't seen or pulled out either. But yeah, you can put I think you can actually put a
Oh yeah, you can. Maybe. Yeah.
Actually, it's got space for a top tier level as one as well.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah.
Oh, you can fit like maybe like 8 cars in there.
About I don't know. Maybe I should take. Oh
damn.
Oh, see, I am discovering stuff that's new in this. Yeah. So. Okay, this may need a tweezer or something. But yeah, okay.
This for reference is the top part that the cars will sit on. We can fit quite a few cars along here.
Yeah, I think we could do about, let's see, 1, 2, yeah, you can fit 3 cars.
Yeah, nice.
So I think you can fit a total of 5 cars in the back of this.
This is really nice.
Okay, but now I've gone and gotten that piece of ready foam stuck in there. So yeah, that's gonna have to downside of having.
Yes.
And this is the biggest curse for me is that you take these models out, but you have to keep putting them back in again.
Yeah.
Because you want to show them off to people, but also at the same time you've got no place to put them.
Yeah, I know the pain.
Have you got this in right? That over here. Now. So that's the advan trucks that we have from Mini GT. But Mini GT don't only do advan trucks as well. I mean, these are, and you might like this. This is the Nissan Handle Z.
Yes, I've been doing a bit of research into this brand, and they have a lot that I'd want. And I've got a few pieces on order from Mini GT, especially like their Kaido House collaborations as well. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly kind of why I wanted to get into this brand. I mean, body kit as well, like the wide body kit is beautiful, plastic tail lights, plastic headlights, and then you've got exhaust detail, which just takes it up a notch. And the wheels as well, like good size.
So what they do, so a lot of these guys, they have 3-part wheels. So that's how they are able to get the nice depth and nice chrome and everything like that, because it's all there's an outer rim, an inner rim, and then the center rim, and then it's all placed together like an actual car. So that is the new Tandem Datsun Z.
Is that one out now?
No, it's not. This is currently on pre-order. Right? But this one is out, and this is the.
Might pre-order this one actually.
They have a Liberty Walks version as well, which you would have seen in the last issue of the magazine. We featured it in dark blue.
This one in particular is very nice because I don't really see this casting too much in red. Obviously, you have like the CastHeads one over there,
which is really cool because I'm going to shoot this and the CastHeads one together. I do like Fair Shelby's.
Yeah, this is probably my favourite one out of the two so far, purely because of like it's got carbon fibre spoiler and the detail is just so minute. Like you'd literally need a magnifying glass to kind of really find all of the little details in it, which is brilliant. I mean, they've really taken it down to a T. The colour's great.
And for me, it's always the wheels. I always get excited about the wheels, and I love the fact that Mini GT and all these newer brands have the cutaway, so you can see through the wheel. So you feel like a lot of precision has gone into making these. So yeah, this is absolutely new and out and about. I usually get my Mini GT and stuff from Modelmatic.
Right. Yes, of course. Yeah, it's got a good website. Loads on there.
And they pretty much have everything that you need to get. But I have been talking to James over here as well and telling him that he needs to now start getting some of these models.
If he could branch into this, I think I'd be in here maybe 3-4 times a week.
So let's see if we get some more people in, because Tarmac Works, this is also one of their new ones, but this is a special edition. This came out for the Tokyo Japan Fuel Fest, so you won't get one of these easy. This is from Tarmac Works Hobby 64 line. So the Hobby 64 line, the cars come with amazing detail, but the wheels don't roll, and they come on the base and in electronic glass. And I love the fact that they do the acrylic plastic, because they're stackable.
Yes.
So I got hundreds of Tarmac Works on my fireplace mantelpiece.
Amazing.
100 of them stacked up all over each other. Yeah. And it's just such a brilliant sight to see.
This is honestly so nice. This car in particular, I know they've done a few of with different liveries or different colours. But yeah, this one is really nice. I mean, you've got like the roll cage in there as well. This is one of those ones that you kind of maybe put on your desk.
Yeah.
And you just look at it.
These are pure collector,
Yeah, this is not made for a Hot Wheels track or anything. This is like collector grade stuff that you can do photography with and you can take it up to a different level.
Tarmac Works do the sort of cars that you can roll on the ground, and this is, like you said, Global 64.
That's right. Yeah.
And these are all this is from my personal collection, so I haven't opened some of these.
Oh man, cracking them open.
So I might as well.
Yeah, of course.
The whole idea was to, and I love Tarmac Works Paganis. They do a really good. I brought this, which is fabulous. So these, and again, wheels roll.
Yeah. Oh wow. What comes off?
Loads of
detail under that as well. I know Hot Wheels have been releasing a few of this model, this car.
Yeah.
In their main one, but yeah, this is totally different. I mean, this is brilliant. This is like really nice and smooth to take off.
Yeah.
And the colour is striking as well. And you've got the kind of wheel to match.
This
is great stuff.
This is the Galante of that.
And this is global as well. Right?
Yeah, Global 64.
Nice, yeah, so the wheels roll. This one in particular is just, I don't know what it is about castings in black. It just brings out all like the right features.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
A nightmare though to photograph.
Yes.
Always crazy trying to photograph.
Yeah, if they're like very glossy, you get reflections and all sorts in them. But if you kind of place it in an interior diorama, then they're looking really, really good.
And some of the dioramas, I don't know if you've been through the rest of the shop, but the Gravesend Model Center has plenty of cool stuff for building your own dioramas and stuff. So around this corner, you'll have trees and flowers and walls, and
I saw the grass and stuff as well.
Yeah. So most of the stuff that we do for the magazine, I buy the stuff from here and put it together. Another brand that I've been getting into myself is 64.
Yes, I've heard.
This has just been released by them. I've had it for a while. This is the RX3 Savannah, but again, Eno 64 and Tarmac works are very similar, so you'll find the castings are of similar sort of
quality. And tempo, the design work, nice. This one in particular has got the stance spot on. Like it's low to the ground. It looks aggressive. It looks mean. And the colours pop. I mean, the license plate on this thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to show it to you on camera because it's so small, but it's all there and it's all clear as well. There's nothing that's muddy about it, or I can't really see any issues with quality on these. And I like that they come on these bases as well. It makes them so easy to display.
Exactly. I really like the acrylic, the acrylic casing base.
It's a really nice one.
But if you're a big R35 fan, I can tell you,
this is the same brand.
Yeah, Eno 64. There's some fantastic R35s as well.
Wow. I mean, the wheels on this they're stunning. I prefer this this car to be in darker colours, but the red here works quite well. Very, very nice.
I have a TLVN version of that as well, but that has the carbon fiber hood.
Right.
Yeah. So, and these guys really do some really interesting carbon fiber. Check that out.
Wow. Yeah, this is more my kind of preferred look for this particular car. It's amazing, isn't it? Like the different levels of kind of how you can go from this to this.
Yeah. It is quite mind-boggling how they managed to exfoliate the details in 164. And this was a conversation we were having last time we were here as well. I was like, I mean, now the next step is 143, because if 164 scale is getting these sort of details, then and 143 now, there's a brand called MSZ which comes with lights.
Right. Okay. Wow.
So the front lights, the 143 scale front lights light up, and those used to be very toy based things, but it seems that collectors want those sort of things as well.
Because of that extra realism.
Exactly.
It feels like you're getting more for what you're paying for as well.
So now people are starting to bring these things into their toy, into their model cars.
Yeah.
This is actually one of my favorite Pop Race models. Pop Race is fairly new. And this one really broke the mold. Again, another Skyline. But if you see, even the aero kit in the front, the front studs.
This car, I saw a video of this particular car on Instagram, maybe like a week ago, maybe about 5-6 days ago. To me, this looks like one-on-one with that car. The real thing, right? I mean, this has got moving parts as well. Trunk fully detailed.
And Pop Race has got this in various colors as well.
Yeah. This is good. This is really, really good. It's got, it sits low to the ground. It's got all the right features going for it. The proportioning as well is where these just blow my mind.
So for me, I mean, between 64 Pop Race. I mean, look at that Skyline collection that you've got right there.
Two of the best models on this table, I have to say. This one in particular, the wide kind of the wide body kit and everything. I didn't even notice the detail on the bottom.
And the bonnet opens as well.
The bonnet as well.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much good stuff here.
No. Opens the other way,
right.
So even that is like super cool.
Yeah, it opens the right way. That's nice. Because usually, like, especially with this car, it should open like this, but it doesn't. It opens the other way. You've got like the 8 cylinders. Oh, wow. Mind blown, man.
So now that you've seen all of this, how far do you think your collection is going to go now? I mean, are you going to be treading shallow water, or is it going to be falling down the rabbit hole?
I think I'm halfway down the rabbit hole already in terms of buying some Matchbox stuff, buying some Hot Wheels stuff, buying some Majorette stuff. I've got a few of these in order, not these specific cars, but
Yeah.
from these brands. I've been kind of cherry picking ones I really, really want.
I think, for me personally, I think that's the best way to go with some of these brands, because one is the price point. They cost that much because they are that
Yeah,
good.
that good, yeah.
But also at the same time, it's much better to have. It's much better to choose what you really want, so that you're able to display it and appreciate it. That have every single thing that you get. I mean, my point is, how many Ford Mustangs can one have?
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Mini GT's Ford Mustangs, but they do put out quite a bit of them.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely no point, trying to buy the entire selection. Then you start going, okay, I like that color, so I'm just gonna get those colors. Like with Pop Race R33s actually. Now they've got a whole range of colors, but I really like the purple one, and I really want to get my hands on the purple one. But at the end of the day, owning all of them, when there's so much other selection, because here's the problem, right? As much as all of these cars are really nice, there's still an appeal for Hot Wheels. You can't, when you walk into a shop or a supermarket or something, you look at the Hot Wheels and you go,
They're so accessible, aren't they? Like, you can find them anywhere. Whereas, like,
should I get that Audi Avante? Why not? It's £1.
£1.50, so easy. You take it off, and that's what you take it to the till, and job done. Like, you've got the one that you wanted. With these though, I think this is particularly good when it appeals to like the mainstream market. But I think once you kind of maybe have been collecting for a while, this is the way that you'd want to be going. These Hot Wheels, Hot Wheels do so many in a year, particularly in their mainline stuff. Whereas if you're maybe buying like 50 Hot Wheels in a year, you may only be buying 20 that you really, really like. And the other 30 is just you picked it up and just off a whim, and it's £1.50 and you thought, I'll just buy it. But with these, it kind of changes your collecting mindset, because if you try to collect these, you'll find that you'll like every single one to the maximum level. There won't be any of this kind of, do you know what, I regret buying that, or anything like that. You will honestly love these to a point where maybe you don't need this stuff anymore.
So do you find a certain, and I'm asking this now from an emotional point of view, I mean, do you find a certain peace of mind in collecting and going through the collection and going online, looking at what's available, thinking about it? I mean, how does that from an emotional point of view, how does that feel? Is it something that puts you at ease, or is it something that's stressing you out?
I think I would say it's a little bit of both. In terms of maybe if you had a hard day and you just want to relax in the evening, maybe watch some TV and turn on your laptop and just see what new news there is out for these, or what's coming up in the next 3-4 months. That's always like a nice way to just look, and maybe you go on like Modelmatic's website and have a look at what these new pre-orders are. That's a cool way to maybe like take some time to relax, but I think at the same time it can be stressful, and I think for each collector it's different. Some collectors might use buying these cars as a stress relief tool, or others may just be doing it because like they have such a big passion for it. Like I myself buy these not as a stress relief, but because I like them, because like this is what I want to collect, and no matter if I've had a good day or a hard day, I'll have a look at what's coming out, or it comes up on my phone on Instagram. So many accounts that post news for these.
That's one thing that you can't get away from once you get into the hobby, is the amount of content and stuff that people post up and online. It's just crazy. And sometimes you see and what's nice about it is you see stuff that you won't ordinarily see anywhere else. Like recently, someone had posted up a picture of a Mercedes W211, which is the same model of what I had, and I immediately went, okay, where is that from? And it's a new company called MK Models, which I didn't know even existed. So like that, people post up stuff because they are also discovering new things and new brands and all that. And there also is there's always a good heavy duty slew of new brands bringing out stuff and coming out. No, so it's quite crazy how the hobby is on social
chaotic,
media.
isn't it? It's chaotic in the best way possible because you're buying something you love and you're being showered by all these brands and all these people in the community that are finding new things or maybe keeping them updated that are, Asda's have the latest box in, go and have a look, or things like that. So yeah, the love is real and the brands offer so much as well.
Yeah.
In terms of their offering. So yeah, for me personally, it's not being used as a stress relief tool. It's purely because I want to buy them and I like them. Like, this is what I want to collect. But maybe for other people, they look at it in a sense of like stress buying. You know what I mean? Spending money because they're stressed. But
I think I used to have that problem. When I used to get stressed out, I think go to the shop, check out what Hot Wheels there are, and then just buy a whole bunch of Hot Wheels and go home and just cover myself in the Hot Wheels.
I totally understand that though, because it's as much as that is like a funny image to imagine that. I've just pictured that now.
Me in my bathtub full of Hot Wheels.
Yeah, man. Maybe we should shoot that. Maybe we should shoot that.
Don't forget, I own the magazine. I can publish it.
Yeah, do it, man. As much as I understand that, I think it's good to not use it as a stress relief tool, because then you just start picking things up and maybe you don't like it, but you're just buying it because
you end up with buyer's remorse then, because you've just done something on impulse and then suddenly realize I really didn't need a third Skyline in that color with that,
Precisely, man.
Thank you so much for joining us. This has been
having me on.
Yeah, this has been absolutely wonderful. I do have something for you since you were the first guest, but I foolishly left it all the way over there. So let me get that.
He's running. He's quite fast.
Yeah, it's.
Oh man, you shouldn't have, honestly.
Oh no, we must, because it's all
this was a thing. Like, I came here out of passion and out of discovery and wanting to do something different.
And well, it's nice having you on board, and I really hope that we have more more guests on the show.
Walk as well.
Exactly, I know.
You know me right down to the T.
So yeah, 64, and it's an RX-7. So
yes, yeah.
So it's actually ticking off quite a few of your likes, because you do like the RX-7.
I do, yes.
And it's Liberty Walks.
A little live unboxing.
Also
really
love that
box
presentation.
well.
Yeah.
It's got a Playboy sign on the top as well.
Oh, and you got the Chase version.
Is it?
Yeah, you got the Chase version. Congratulations.
Oh man.
Even I didn't know that. Wow. You are lucky, my man. Excellent. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
That is brilliant.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah. It is the latest.
Oh man, I'm just marveling over how good it is. I mean, the wheels as well. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you so much for joining us. And
I've really enjoyed it, guys. Honestly, check CastHeads out. The magazine's so good. All of the shots in it, all of the information. It's got so many different brands in it that it will literally appeal to anyone. And it's such a good starting point to discover the collecting hobby, especially if you're new. It just exposes you to so many different good things.
And we do multiple scales.
Yes,
that's the thing.
So whether you want to collect 164 stuff or 143 or even bigger than that, it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all there,
so that's what we're all about. Please join us on CastHeads. Thank you for joining us on this show. This has been absolutely wonderful. Again, if there's anybody who wants to join us right here at the Gravesend Model Center, please send me an email. We would love to have you and more guests on board, because it's always great to hear perspectives, thoughts and ideas from other collectors, and also get in touch with seeing what they like, seeing what they're interested in, and gives us also an idea of what we should talk about. Exactly. So thank you so much, and thank you guys for joining us. Big shout out to Puma as always for making sure that I'm well dressed for these occasions and I don't turn up looking like a slob. Catch you guys soon with some more stuff, some great cars, and wonderful people right here on Cars and Caffeine with CastHeads Magazine. Take it easy.
So,
Bye.